Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chizoba. So today we'll be talking about being intentional about our marriage. For some people, the moment they get that ring into their fingers, they feel like, okay, I'm married now, so I have nothing to lose. No, we have to be intentional about our marriage. We have to be intentional about how things work in our marriage. We have to be intentional about how we relate with one another, how we connect with one another. Be intentional about loving one another. Be intentional about dating one another, even in marriage. Because when we were single, we had so many people saying hello, but now it's only this one man, and you have to do everything to please him. And it's only this woman, you have to make sure that she's looking as good as she used to look, and even better now that you are married to her. So it's very important for us to understand that our marriage will only work if we are intentional about making it work. Okay? So we know that marriage is like a university. If someone gets into university, they find out that you have to study. Sometimes you might not feel like studying, but because you have exams, you have to get up and study in order to excel. You know, just like our marriages, we have to be intentional about it, about doing things to make it work, studying, reading books, getting up to do that thing that our spouse loves in order for us to make him or her happy. You know, we have to be able to make things beautiful by intentionally acting towards that beauty. We can't just say, oh, just because I'm married now, so let me relax. I'm already taken. Yes, it's important that we are taking, but now the work begins. Marriage is work, and we have to work it for it to work. Yes, we have to work that marriage for it to work. Otherwise, it will start um, becoming sick, and then afterwards, it could die. Just like in university, some people drop out, some people fail their exams, and they don't get to finish the class with others. Some people have to repeat. That is also obtainable in our marriages. If we're not intentional about studying, burning that candle, waking up at night to read, to do things just for us to excel and pass our exams, then it's going to be hard for us to be able to excel in that class. So, intentions in our marriage is also the same way. We have to be intentional about doing things to connect with one another. We have to be intentional about doing things to please one another. We can't just say, oh, just because I'm married now, I don't need to look good anymore. Or I don't need to make my husband happy anymore. I don't need to prepare his favorite anymore. I don't need to be appealing anymore. I don't need to work hard anymore so that I can provide for my home, for my family. You know, I don't need to pay attention to her needs or his needs anymore. I don't need to understand what they want, and surprise them. Make intentional efforts. Our marriages will succeed if we are intentional, just like we will succeed in school if we're intentional about studying. Sometimes there might be difficulties along the way that we did not think of, we did not understand. But if we keep pushing, we can become some things that spoils marriages and causes it to crash are some things that are very avoidable. And if we begin to work on those things that are avoidable, we can be able to make our marriages work. In most cases, it's not about the very big thing that happened that made the marriage fail. No, it's about series of things that were not taken care of, series of things that were neglected, communication that was not dealt with. That is what makes marriages go down the drain, get sick, and get admitted in the hospital. You know, so I have to be intentional about what I am feeding my marriage. I have to be intentional about the people I let to come in to my marriage. We have to be intentional about the goals we set for our marriages. We have to talk about it. Whatever we need to do, we talk about it. We have to be intentional about doing what we need to do for our marriages to work. Yes. Just like someone who really wants to sleep in the morning, doesn't want to get up to work. Well, we know that if we don't get up and we feel like, in fact, today I'm not going anywhere, and we know that we have bills to pay, piles of them, well, somehow you have to get up and get to work. That is the same thing that applies to our marriages. It's not about how we feel at that time. It's about what we need to do to make it work at that time. So, my people, the emphasis is let us get up, make our marriages work by being intentional about how we act, what we do, and how we go about everything we do, so that together we can build marriages that are worth enjoying every time. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Do have a blessed day. Bye.